Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Paul. So this week I'm doing 3 or 4 watercolor landscape paintings, but in this video you'll only see me doing the skies. I thought it might be interesting just to focus in on one aspect of a landscape, in this case the sky. Now, usual sort of disclaimers: I'm not telling you how to paint a sky. I'm not telling you should do this and you should do that. That completely goes against my, if you like, philosophy of art and the way I approach art. So you should do whatever you want to do, in whatever way you want to do, and forget about all of this, am I doing it right? There's no such thing. Just do your thing. Be creative, be imaginative, have fun with it, just experiment and play around with the paint. That's my opinion. That's my sort of philosophy of art. All I'm doing is really just sharing my attempts at painting landscapes, in this case painting skies. Just sharing that with fellow artists. That's all I'm doing in this video. Also, I'm not working from any sort of references. So I'm not trying to reproduce reality. I'm not trying to create something that, follows some sort of imaginary rules about how you paint the sky in watercolor. I don't believe in all of that. I'm just creating abstract shapes on a flat two-dimensional piece of paper, which in the context of a finished painting, and we will see the finished paintings at the end of the video, within that context it perhaps resembles a sky, at least to some people. But as I say, I'm not trying to represent reality. I'm not a naturalistic painter. I'm a modernist painter, and I just do my own thing. Working from memory, it does free you up quite a bit. You don't have to worry about details because there are no details really. You don't have to worry about trying to recreate a photograph. The thing about recreating photographs or recreating other people's art, it's all very derivative. And if we all did it the same way, there would be no uniqueness. There would never have been a Vincent van Gogh. There would never have been Impressionism. There would never have been any sort of modern art, Matisse, Picasso, whoever, Jackson Pollock. These people would never have existed because we'd all be following the same set of rules and we'd all be producing the same sort of art. So as I say, don't worry what other people are thinking, just do your thing. In terms of colors, although I'm not a naturalistic painter, I do use representational colors. So I do use mainly blues. I use 3 different blues, not necessarily all 3 blues in each painting, but the 3 blues that I use are Prussian blue, French ultramarine blue, and cobalt blue. Those 3 blues, they give you different values that you can use. Prussian blue is very dark, cobalt blue is lighter, and French ultramarine somewhere in between. You'll also see me in these paintings using sepia, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Sepia is an interesting pigment. It's maybe not a commonly used pigment, and I'm not sure if each brand of watercolor paint even includes sepia. Some of them do, but I think some of them don't. I use Winsor & Newton sepia. I use it sometimes in the sky, especially if it's like a winter sky or autumnal sky. I think it goes well with the blues, in my opinion, to create those sort of winter looking skies or colder looking skies. Other things, well, I often paint the sky wet in wet. It gives you those soft, sort of fluffy edges, if you like. When you paint wet in wet, in general, not always, but in general, you lose the brush marks, the brush strokes, because the pigment, as soon as it hits the wet paper, just sort of spreads out a bit and you lose those brush marks. You don't have to paint it that way. as I say, always experiment, always try different things. You can paint onto a drier or damp piece of paper, in which case you probably will still retain some of the brush marks. Again, there's no right or wrong, just do your own thing, have fun, try experimenting. In terms of these 4 final paintings, the top left, top right and bottom left skies are wet in wet. The bottom right was wet paint onto a drier surface, not dry but sort of damp surface, and I flicked water and different things onto it, so it's more of it's a bit more abstract, that sky maybe. As I say, just have fun, experiment, no rules, and just create your own art. I think that's the message I'm trying to get across. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching and listening, and hopefully see you again in next week's video.